what I managed to do, I'm using an iPad right now. There is an iPad app because I had problems trying to connect on my phone, and I don't know whether it's because I need to download the latest software. I'll just show you on here. Look, so this is my iPhone 10. Sorry, yeah, iPhone XR. So when I go into my what am I doing? Going to General, going to Software Update. I don't want this to go off. Now it's saying on my iPad that the connection is fair, so hopefully things are okay. Hopefully we'll get a few people. I know if you're watching this on replay, then brilliant, because most of you guys who watch me at this time of the morning tend to either just be you're either asleep or in bed or whatever. So most of you guys are watching from my channel in America anyway. So I don't know how you share out. If you want to share out, you can share out. So it says on here, then let's have a look. So I've got a massive screen. It says, what is happs? Happs offers free world-class broadcasting tools, a community eager to collaborate, and a simple way for viewers to support creators financially. Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm using happs, an exciting new platform that makes it super easy for me to simultaneously broadcast to all my social channels and see all your comments in one place. Now that's strange because on my there's the software. You see, I need to update that. So I don't have Wi-Fi, so that's why the connection might not be so great. But if it's working okay, I might use my iPad until that's fixed, until the app doesn't crash anymore when I go live. It says all my channels. Now, when I went live just before I went live, it said on my phone, Periscope, it came up with the little tabs where you can press it and then you can connect to all your Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. I turned those off, and for some reason, even though I've switched them back on through my account, it didn't appear on my iPad for some reason. So that option didn't come up. I don't know if it didn't come up. So that could be the reason why there's an issue, because it's trying to connect to something that's not there. I don't know. So anyway, there'll hopefully be an app. I don't know. Okay, so it says here, if you enjoy my broadcast, I encourage you to download the happs app today and subscribe for more content. You'll even get 100 free coins for joining, which you can use to support my work. This is a sample comment. However, hover over it or tap on it to see options and try presenting it on the screen. Okay, I can chat live as well. Pro tip: start every broadcast by inviting viewers to download the happs. So download the happs app, obviously, if you're watching this on any other channels, but that's not connected at the moment. And Periscope should take a couple of days. My connection is saying great, which is good. Okay, there's little add buttons in here as well, so I can invite a guest. I wonder if I can add. I'm going to add Alexis because she might be up. Who knows? Oh wait, that says to join. Sorry, Alexis, I do apologise. Let me just remove you. That's good. That's good to know. My hair's a mess. Oh my gosh. It's nice. It's very clear on the screen. What else can I do? I can switch you around. Mic. Turn off the mic. No, I don't want to be doing that. Okay, so hopefully this will work. So what we're going to do anyway today, I'm going to make some pastry. I'm doing a recipe that I made about a week ago that I did on Periscope, and this is an Ainsley Harriott recipe. So I'm just going to get the ingredients up. Now I know when I made it last week or 2 weeks ago, I used 400 grams of, I think it was plain flour, 200 grams of butter, and this is a really good recipe. So oh, I'm actually live on YouTube. Oh, look what's come up. You can see that. Look, I am actually live on YouTube right now. That is really good. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So if you're watching on YouTube, guys, hello. So yeah, download this app. It's called Happs, and Happs allows you to go live so you go live on Happs, and then you can connect up all your other social media channels, your Instagram, your Facebook, YouTube, as you can see, that's gone live as well, and Periscope, which is an app which is closing on the 31st of March. Now that's the reason why I've already come onto Happs, and I think it's brilliant, and I've got a really good connection. I just hope my iPad doesn't go flat. So should we make a start? So this recipe, let me get the recipe up again. I did send an email to Pablo as well. So if you're watching, Pablo, thank you for getting back in touch really quickly about the issues. I'll use the iPad for now, and that should keep me going for the time being. And But I did wonder also, as I said, I do dance videos as well, which help people in lockdown. Well, because we're still in lockdown, it helps them to you know, dance and keep active and fit, and, you know, and so I tend to do those sort of videos. So it's great to be able to use this tool, this app. Okay, I'm not seeing anything on Facebook, so let me just get this recipe up then. I have it in my photos. Have you seen the snow? This is the snow in New York. If you're watching in New York, this was. I took that picture last night. Let me turn the screen up. There we go. Look, can you see that? That's the snow that's falling on Times Square. Is it Times Square? Yeah. Thinking of London, that's Trafalgar Square, isn't it? So if you do like my, give me a follow, guys, if you're liking my content. As I say, I do travel videos when I'm out and about. But obviously lockdown has meant that I can't have done that this year. So I then switch to go and dance videos, obviously, line dancing videos, which you can see on my YouTube. And also as well, if you're watching on Periscope and you're watching this, or maybe you're still using Periscope, I'm only about 400 super hearts away from the 30,000. So if you could give me a follow on Periscope. Oh, I don't think you can buy super hearts anymore, but if you've got some spare, I only need, like, say, 400 super hearts, and then I can cash out, and it would also mean I get my VIP badge, which I contacted Pablo about on here. So I'm trying not to use my phone too much because it's affecting the connection, because I'm only using personal hotspot. So let's get this recipe up. I've got it in my photos somewhere. I normally also have my phone on I've started using a selfie stick, which I need to get like a tripod to be able to put it up properly so you can see the food. So I'll try my best today with this. But yeah, it's very strange. I can see myself. Myself is on the screen. It's huge. But I think this is an older app, because my iPad wouldn't actually allow me to download the new software, because it's the first ever iPad. So it must be something to do with, like, the catch, you know, where, like, if you've got a load of apps, it's sort of, whenever you get a new iPhone, everything works clearly. So I don't know why. So anyway, let's make this pastry. In fact, I might not even. Yeah, I will make it on here. Hopefully the connection's okay, because we can always make it another time. If not, do you know when you find yourself, you've got so many different photos? This is the pie I'm going to be making, guys. I made that the other week. It is super nice. There we go, look. So we've got some beef mince, and we're gonna. I'm gonna make the filling, but I'll do that separately. I'll probably do it on Periscope. Well, if this works, I might come back on here actually. But let me just find the recipe then. Oh my gosh, I can't seem to find it now. I had it on here. I think I had it weeks before I went live. I know it's 400 grams. Now I remember making the bread. The bread was a bit of disaster because when I made that in the I found it. So what you're going to need then, it's a minced beef, potato and onion pie. You want 400 grams of plain flour, a pinch of salt, 200 grams of butter, chilled and cubed, 3 to 5 tablespoons of cold water. Well, we used more than that last time. And then this is going to go in the fridge. And an egg beaten with a dash of milk to glaze. So let me just check. 1 tablespoon, then that's for the filling, yeah. So you do need, well, I'm not going to put garlic in it this time, because I don't have any garlic. You want 750 grams of good quality minced beef steak, or beef mince. Yeah, minced beef steak. 2 tablespoons of plain flour, 400 milliliters of beef stock. Well, we'll come on to that. Let's just do the pastry first then. So 400 grams of plain flour. So let me get the flour out. So hopefully I am live on YouTube, which is brilliant. I also got these. I don't know if I told you about these. I got some. These are little poached egg metal trays, and they go in your pan. So you're meant to put water in the pan, let that steam up, and then you butter the sides, and then you can pop the egg into the pan. But I'm also going to make some crumpets this week. Well, I've got some crumpets I need to use up first, but probably next week I'm going to make some crumpets. So let's get started. So 400 grams. You're going to need a bowl. Now I'm going to use this scales. So you're not going to be able to see me do this unless I put you down. In fact, let me move you over here where I normally put you, and then you can sort of see something. Hopefully it will stand up. Okay, you're not going to really be able to see anything, but it's a little bit bright here. So it's all a bit strange getting used to. It's not just about using different devices, it's using different, hopefully I got a better connection as well. Okay, so where's my, I'm hoping this is connecting okay. Right, I'm gonna have to move that out of the way. It will get better, guys. As I say, this is the first one that I'm doing. So we're going to add in 400 grams of plain flour. I don't know why I put it in there. I might as well put it into the bowl. The trick with the pastry, you can just about see it, can't you? Can you just about see it? Oh, yeah, that's falling out now. As I say, I don't usually have these problems. It's only because I'm having to use a different device. It's not gonna hold. Oh, so I'm really sorry, guys. Oh, there we go, that's better. Hopefully you won't see that, yeah, because the camera's there. Right, so we're going to add in 400 grams of plain flour. You might think that's quite a lot, but this actually makes really nice pastry. Now my scales are not working. So this is why you get VIP badges and things, because you need to be able to go live. Let me just, this needs to go on a different board. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm having a bit of a nightmare. I thought yesterday was bad when I was doing stuff yesterday. I'm still gonna have to put this in there. Just transfer that to that. The scales weren't working, so I put the flour in, and then it didn't recognise it. Okay, it's working now. Okay, so it's 153 grams there. So we want 400 grams of plain flour. Keep going. It's a good job I'm off at the supermarket today, isn't it? Well, later. It's saying my connection's poor now. Okay, that's because I'm not on Wi-Fi. Okay, so we've got 400 grams. Hopefully, oh, it's gone all fuzzy now, hasn't it? The connection. Are we back? Good, it says good. Right, the next thing that we need is 200 grams of butter. Now, if you remember last time, in fact, I might actually use, now what? How much butter have I got? I've got 200, I don't want to use the whole thing. If you remember last time, I used half butter and I used half olive spread. Now, olive spread actually works really well. So I'm going to use olive spread. And that way I know, well, because I used half butter and half olive spread. If I use half olive spread, then it should be fine. So let me just get that bowl again. I'm just going to measure this out. I'm really sorry everything's not working to plan today, but at least I'm managing to do managed to do a video. That's what's important. I'll have to go and get some more butter later today. Well, olive spread. It's basically just like margarine. But I find actually some of the best pastry actually tastes nice with margarine instead of butter. Plus, it's better for, well, I would say, but I'd say margarine's better for you. I'll definitely have to go and get some more today. But this saves me having to go to the pie shop. I'm using quite a lot here. So I don't want this. I don't need this to go wrong today, because if it does, I'll have wasted a load of margarine. Okay, so we've got 200 grams here of margarine or olive spread, which I'm going to add to the flour. in it goes. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to move the camera back to where I had it before, because I don't want to lose the connection here. So should get a better connection. Oh, don't fall out. I'm really sorry everything's going wrong today, because there's just nothing I can do about it at the moment. Okay, so at least you can kind of see. So what I've got here then is I've got some margarine or olive spread. Use butter if you want, if you've got butter, but I'm using this because I used half of it last time and it worked really, really well. So obviously that will be better than using butter. But if you've got butter, use butter. And then I've got the 400 grams of plain flour. Let me just put this away. Okay, what I'm going to also do now is, let's go back to the recipe, because I like to follow a recipe, because if I find I do something wrong. So 400 grams of plain flour, you want some salt, and I'm not sure why it said the egg beaten with a dash of milk to glaze, because you don't need that. Okay, so just go ahead and pinch of salt. It's very sunny here. A pinch of salt. And then what we're going to do is use our fingers, hands are clean. We're going to just mix it into the flour. So you get breadcrumbs, similar to making scones. So if you want this recipe, it is actually an Ainsley Harriott recipe. So I find this pastry is really, really nice. Now it also says to once you roll it up, put it into cling film. To leave it in the fridge as long as possible. And then when you roll it out later on into your pie dish, you actually, if you roll it out thinner than possible, then it does actually taste so much better than make it really, because it'll take longer if it's thick. So, getting it everywhere. So, and you never made pastry before. I know you can't see this, unfortunately, because I normally have my iPhone connected to the a selfie stick, and I can bring you down. I'll try my best. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll try and lift it up if I can. It's saying my connection's really poor now, so do you know I just moved network. Oh, actually, my phone, my iPad's just saying it's going to connect. It's going to change software tonight. That's weird, but it's not the latest software for happs. So this is similar to when you're making scones. You know, you're just rubbing it into the flour. My connection keeps going on and off, so it keeps going blurry. But I just moved phone net. Got a really good deal with them, but some days I get really good connections, and then other days I get really bad connections. Oh, now my iPad's decided to freeze, and I can't touch it because I've got little pastry hands. It's annoying because I don't know. Sometimes it affects technology. I think technology was better 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, than it is now, because there's more and more people using technology, and they're not doing up to change it. You don't feel like it. They're trying to improve on the, getting all this 5G technology. Oh, I need to press something on the screen, but my hands are all mushy. You can see that, can't you? Try and use my elbow just to lift the notification off, because it's stuck. So hopefully this is a really good scope for, not scope, hap. What we're calling it, happs. You know, we used to call videos, whenever I used to go into Instagram, and I'd be like, you know, doing it is still a scope until the 31st of March. And then after that time, we won't be able to do that anymore, or say that anymore. Oh, my hands are really, really squishy, and I need to touch the screen. Let me just get a clean finger. Oh, it's so annoying. This is the most annoying thing when you can't touch something, because your hands are all squishy. And I don't want to wash it off because I need the butter. It's a bit of a nightmare. Let me just try and clean one finger. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Finally. Really sorry about that, guys. This is what happens, is you always get tested with technology whenever you're going live. I think there was one time I went live, and I was really, really looking forward to going live. You just have to sort of. So I wish you could see this. So it is coming together. It's very, very squishy. I think actually I won't need as much water. Maybe I think last time the butter was too hard. It wasn't as soft, and that's why I needed more water. But this time I've used all margarine. And it's really coming to. I know you can't see, guys. I'm really, really sorry for that. I can't do anything because I don't have an iPad holder. I should have just gone live on Periscope, really, and then used it. So, because that's the future. It's really, really squishy. Not thick. It's not dry. It's still quite moist, but I've got a load of flour at the bottom. But it is coming together now. I'm just going to shake my hands off. Now I know the reason why nobody's coming on is because a lot of you guys who follow me are watching from America, so you're all fast asleep. Oh, this pastry is coming together really nicely now. It's much better than it was last week. When I made this last week, it's all falling out now. It was very, very dry. So I want to show you guys. Look, here we go. Can you see that? So I think using this app so far, the picture quality is not brilliant, and that's obviously because I'm using I'm using an iPad, but I think it's a software that it's when I went to go download it, saying that it works, you can download it, but it's not the latest software, so I don't know if that'll have issues. I need to download the new software, a new iPhone software on my iPhone. I can't remember when I made this last time whether or not I had to make it like crumbs, because when I'm making scones, it's very, very light. Yeah, it's basically rubbing in all the butter into the flour. So I've still got a long way to go with this. If you've got, and then what we're going to do is bring this all together. We'll flatten it, and then it's going to go in the fridge for about half an hour. Tablespoons or teaspoons? I'll double check that in a moment. So next time you watch me, guys, hopefully it will be on the iPhone. So you see, look. So it just says here, pro tip, start every broadcast by inviting viewers to download the happs app, subscribe to get notified when I go live, and support my work on apps. Another thing I noticed as well, a lot of, you can off your notifications if you don't want them on, because when I use Periscope, I only select the people that I want to watch. So do that. If you're obviously watching on YouTube, then make sure to give me a follow. And now it doesn't tell me if anybody's watching. It doesn't say any viewers are watching, so do comment, guys. You can comment on YouTube, and I should get a notification here. I should get a comment. And this pastry it's all coming together now. There's just a little bit left at the bottom. In fact, it's actually coming together without the water, but you're sort of kneading it at the same time. It's actually coming together, and I don't even need to add any. I will add some water to this, but sometimes you do get. Yes, this is perfect now. It's actually wiping up the board, not the board, the bowl. That's weird. I will add a little bit of water, but I don't really think I need it. That's weird. I've never ever made pastry before. I've never had to. Look at that. It's naturally all coming together. That's very weird. The reason it goes in the fridge is so it actually surprised me. Look, I didn't actually need to add any water to that. And then as it's in the fridge, it will actually, that's really good. I'm happy with that. So so that's the pastry. We're going to flatten that down. Super, super impressed with that. Say normally, if it's a bit dry or it doesn't come together, add a teaspoon of water, and just gradually add 1 or 2. So that pastry. Sometimes the best pastry is also when it's cooked, the ones that just crumble, and just break away. It's nice and light. So we're going to get some cling film. I'm going to wrap it in the cling film. Or you could cut it in half. Well, no, you cut it in half at the end. This is huge. So remember, if you want to make this, 400 grams of plain flour. If you're using butter, you probably, I think the butter is the reason why you need to use water to bring it together. So 400 grams of plain flour, 200 grams of butter, and there we go. That is the pastry, guys. So very, very simple, very easy to make. Remember, add some salt. That's now going to go in the fridge for about 20 minutes minimum. You don't want to leave it in there too long. You can freeze pastry as well. So if you're wanting to make something for Christmas or something, or maybe you're planning to make, you could make this in batches and then you've got it ready. Obviously, I like to make it fresh on the day. So we're going to give that a try, and without the water. And then once that's chilled, I'll roll that out over flour, really, really thin. Put it over your pastries, and then add your filling, and then that'll go in the oven for about 45 minutes. So there we go. I'm going to put that in the fridge. Super easy, guys. So I'm just going to tidy up. Well, actually, no, I don't need to tidy up. I'm going to end the broadcast. So thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully you join me again. Hit the follow button. I've been on for 30 minutes, so I think this is probably the longest first ever video I've ever done on a platform. And if you're watching on YouTube, give me a follow, guys, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.